So we're going to go to Georgia, and Ahmaud Arbery's murder trial finally ended this week. His killers were also found guilty. Greg McMichael, his son Travis McMichael, and their neighbor William Roddy Bryan. The jurors found them guilty yesterday after they deliberated for about 10 hours. So all three men will possibly face life in prison. It is up to the judge to determine whether or not there'll be a possibility of parole. So Ahmaud Arbery's mom on Wednesday hailed the conviction of the three white men in her son's fatal shooting, saying that he can finally rest in peace. She said, "I never saw this date back in 2020. I've never thought this day would come, but God is good. Everybody, thank you," Wanda Cooper Jones said outside the Glynn County Courthouse in Georgia. She expressed gratitude for each and every one of you who fought this fight with us. He will now rest in peace, she said. But one thing to bear in mind with this particular case is that these men weren't charged because the prosecutor's office thought that they did something wrong and brought a case against them. As a matter of fact, the first prosecutor that got the case did nothing with it, and there's a whole backstory with all kind of backroom dealing, and she has now been indicted and is facing charges because of what she didn't do and what she did do when the case went to her initially. The second prosecutor had to remove himself because of his close ties to the McMichaels. People seem to forget that Greg McMichael, the father, was an investigator with the police department. So if the video hadn't been released, and if there hadn't been a public uproar regarding the video, nothing would have happened. Nothing would have happened. There would have not been any guilty pleas. There would have not been a trial. So the video came out. John Public created a stink. The matter was then forwarded to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation for them to investigate. They did. Once they did their investigation, it took them 2 days to lay charges. So from Ahmaud Arbery's shooting to the time when these people were charged, it took 76 days for the men to be charged. 76 days it took to charge them, 2 weeks for a trial, and 10 hours of jury deliberation to find them guilty. Now, I'm sure the neighbor, Mr. Roddy, William Bryan, is wishing that, one, he had stayed home, two, not turn on his camera, his phone camera, or three, not show the video to anybody, because they would have gotten away with it. Nobody would have known exactly what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. So for Mr. Bryan's stupidity, we thank him. Ahmaud Arbery family, thank you, and we thank you for leaving your house and taking your camera with you and video recording it and putting out the video recording. We thank you, because other than that, it would have just been another black man got killed and nobody would have known why. So we thank you for your stupidity.